Hello, I think we're good. Everything should be up. So this is the Redheaded Poet. We're back today with we're gonna try to dual stream here. We'll see how that goes. My internet tends to shut down a lot. So we're gonna be painting some dice inclusions. I've been calling them inserts for the longest time, but most people call them inclusions, so I'm trying to switch to that terminology. Last time on YouTube, I didn't manage to get it to work on TikTok that day, but we sculpted some Halloween and some cryptid theme ones. I have already painted the spider and Mothman. They're already being cast in dice, but we have 4 left. So we have our little Loch Ness. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, we might have to shut TikTok down again. No? Nope, I think we're back up. Okay, we're trying to get this to work. I don't know what it is about the TikTok thing that just likes to kill my internet. Alright, we're gonna have to, we're just gonna have to close TikTok down again. Alright. And we'll just continue on YouTube, as per usual. It's such a shame. Alright, so, we're gonna finish painting our little Loch Ness monster. We have our zombie head that we sculpted last time. We have a little jackalope and a pumpkin. So I was doing like creepy Halloween themed stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and start. I think we're gonna do a base color. Probably actually a dark green is the base color for the zombie head, and then I'll do skin tones over it so maybe we can kind of get it to look a bit pale. As always, I have been playing with audio settings again. I don't fully understand the ins and outs of how those work, so I'm working on learning. I think I improved it a little bit. Still have the issues with some of the table noises being a little loud, but I think I did at least. I noticed there was static, and I was trying to make that a little less. So hopefully it's better. I will do more test runs when I have time to try to make it better and to do research to improve it. But it's a little hard because I don't have a lot of feedback, so I don't know if there's something wrong until after the video's done. So we're gonna paint this here. Yep, it's like the instant I turn TikTok on. I wonder if there's some sort of cap on my internet. There shouldn't be. But whenever I try to run both, it just dies. Okay. But if I only run one at a time, it's lovely and wonderful. I may try just doing TikTok later on to see how that works. But anyway, we will go ahead with painting this. Yeah, and I did a speed test and it was like, oh, this is great, you know, speeds, it's perfect, it's good quality for this. And then the instant I start, it just dies. Alright, so we got our base coat. And then we'll do some more skin-like tones over top of that, I think. Put that over here. Let's see, the jackalope. Is this a dark enough brown? I'm deciding, like, do I need to do the interior of the pumpkin a bright color, or should I do it, like a glowing color? Or like a dark, I don't know, we'll see. We'll go ahead and paint this a base color of a dark brown. Essentially, the base color just needs to be slightly darker. Oh, and if I did redo the audio, so if you can hear the... I don't think you'll be able to hear it with the way I set it up, but if you can hear the weird noises in the background, as always, it's the guinea pig. I know most of the videos you can't hear it. I can, but you can't. But I did redo some of the settings, so you might be able to hear her this time. But yeah, she likes to chew on the side of her little house. very loudly. Alright, paint this. Yeah, so this is slightly darker than the final color will be. That's always the goal. I used to do a base color of black for everything, but I found for some stuff that's a little too much. And it's actually better to do like a gray or just pick a color that is a darker shade of the final color. In this case, we're going to do it very, I want to color it like a deer kind of. So a light brown. So we're going to do the dark brown first, and then we'll dry brush the light brown on top. Oh no. And yeah, these are quite fragile, so if something like that happens, not a big deal. I think I have my super glue. I always have my super glue somewhere. Oh, there it is. So we'll just, maybe, if this wants to cooperate, we'll, dangerous. Alright. I have on many occasions glued my fingers together with this stuff. Alright. We will just glue this right back on. I think that's backwards. It is, okay. Yeah, just hold this for a second. Let the glue dry. Yeah, the unfortunate thing with the clay and working at this scale is it's incredibly fragile. But it's fine most of the time for that. You just have to be very gentle with it. I feel like I gotta put this lid back on. I'm just gonna glue it back to the thing. Okay, we're gonna let that sit over here for now. Okay, so for the pumpkin, I do think we will do black just for the carved parts. I need to refill these. You can get these online for like a couple dollars, and then I just fill them up with my paints. Because I was trying to make everything very portable, so that if I need to, I can paint stuff at work or in my free time when I'm going other places. And I have silicone mat and a whole little bag that I keep all my stuff in. It lets me make use of my time effectively when I'm at places that I have to wait for long times and there's a desk available and, you know, a lot of conditions. But one of my main job that I do, it's there's a lot of downtime. Not as much lately, but there's a lot of downtime where I try to make use of it and do something like painting or figuring. So I got a ton of these just so I could fill them up with paints. Yeah. All right. And then we just need to do just the crevice around where the pumpkin head is. The top of the pumpkin is opened. And I think I'll just lightly brush the rest of this with black. We're probably going to go over it with the red, actually, and then an orange and yellow to kind of get the different shades that we want. So I just wanted the eyes to be black. And the Loch Ness Monster we will paint black because that one's going to be a very dark green, probably slightly metallic when we're done. And then once the base coats of these are done, we will go back forward and we'll do, I'm going to get a smaller brush and attempt to do the brain on this guy. that. Now we're going to pick a smaller brush. I'm thinking a dark red probably. And then we'll do paler shades on top of this. But I kind of want the interior and all the crevices to have a deeper red tone to them. Just on the brain section. Yeah, I'm not usually crazy about creepy stuff like this, but well, I can't really say that. I like cryptids and things, but less of the gross body horror stuff, but I just thought this would be pretty cool if I did it, and I knew people would probably like it. So yeah, we're doing a deep red base. I know it looks like Christmas colors right now. It will not look like that when we're done. We'll do some reddish tones here. Some reddish tones here. But yes, we will be going over these with some paler skin tones. Alright. Now I think we'll put this aside. Let's grab another brush. Okay, so we're gonna go over it probably with a light beige color. If I can, oh good, I do have it. Yeah, I've not done too much skin tone, so I'm a little iffy on exactly what shades we're doing here, but we'll keep playing with it until it looks correct. And when I looked up zombies, there are like so many different colors. I feel like the paler yellowish type tones would probably be more accurate to rotting skin and not green necessarily, but green is also like the classic zombie look, so that's why I kind of wanted to start with that green undertone, and then we'll just keep going over it with more skin tones that just look a little off. But yeah, this one will be definitely done by Halloween. I'm starting a little early. Usually holidays aren't too big of a thing for dice, but Halloween kind of is a thing for dice. A little bit. Just, I guess, because the type of people who like Halloween tend to also like D&D. There we go, we're getting kind of a hazier skin tone. It looks like we're having some issues here with the streaming. Give me one moment. That's odd. Okay, I think we're still good though. I know the delay is just going to be kind of bad, which is fine. Yeah, it's like the instant I open the TikTok thing, everything breaks. And I don't understand how it can break my internet. That makes no sense to me. Alright. Let me grab a little yellow and white probably for the eye that's still up. Okay, let's grab the red for now. Let's do the base coat of red on our pumpkin. All right. Well, I feel like we should do black here and then maybe haze it over. Maybe not, we'll see. Kind of bloodshot. Okay, well, let me see if I can get the teeth in here. I did actually make some teeth. So we'll do them like this first and then... Alright. Then I'll have to do like a lighter skin tone. Alright, so we're making progress on our little zombie guy here. I think the teeth are definitely too white. We're gonna have to tone those down a bit. They should not be that pronounced. They should be a little bit more hazy. A little more yellowed, I think is the word I was looking for. I'm not sure why I said hazy, but you know what I mean. Okay, a little bit more yellow. And then we'll get some brown in here. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Make the brain section a little lighter. Let's see if we can make these little bumps here kind of red and then dot them with white. Make them kind of disgusting. Alright, and then we have the tongue red, but we need to make it lighter because nobody's tongue is that red. Especially not when it's half decayed. Alright, let's use some of this color. Okay. Alright, you can kind of see where we're going with this. Alright, and then I think maybe a light gray, kind of hazing over the top, a light dry brushing gray. See how that goes. All right. All right, we're getting a little bit more. It's still like a pale greenish color. I think we'll put it aside for a little bit and let it dry. All right, now we're gonna go over our pumpkin with shades of, actually I think I'm gonna do shades of the cream color first, just to kind of lighten it up a little bit, and then we'll do the orange. But just over the parts that we want to be a little lighter. Like, yeah, like that. And then I'll go ahead and do the green stem. Actually, let me grab some brown here as well, because it's usually like a brownish green. It's like a green fading to brown. All right. There we got the base color on the pumpkin. So the Loch Ness Monster is usually, I think that's usually green. So let's brush it with a bit of green here. And I'm going to go over it with some metallic. Yeah, this one I know is not terribly detailed, but that's alright. We're going to make it look cooler by putting it halfway submerged in what appears to be water. And then like have half the dye be a dark blue, so it's like the water, and the other half be clear. So I think that'll kind of make it look cool. That way it looks like all the classic Loch Ness Monster pictures. So dry brush with a little bit of green. And then we'll do this one with the light brown. No. I am incapable of holding on to things today for some reason. I'm just gonna go over this very lightly. Oh, why my phone's going off. Alright. Okay, just put him aside for a little bit. I like the kind of hazed green, but I feel like we need more detail maybe. I mean, I'm going to put some scraggly hair and stuff on there. Didn't mean to get that much paint on my brush. Okay. So that's how that looks now. Alright, now we are ready for the orange on the pumpkin. There we go, it's looking better. We're getting that proper pumpkin color. Alright, I think we're going to go over it with a little bit of yellow. And as always, things look a little bit brighter and less, they look more muted on my end, I guess. They look different than they do on the camera. So sometimes the coloration's a little off. I did improve the lighting and that seemed to help quite a bit. But there's definitely some variation, so if you occasionally look and you're like, it looked better, you know, it's probably because the lighting's actually bad. The lighting's actually bad and it's, I'm adding more color and shades and detail to it, and the camera doesn't always pick it up terribly well. Alright, and I'm going to do some more with the orange. For some reason the orange paint along with the yellow is always very thin in this brand. Like it takes a lot of layers to get that color that I really want. Alright, you see our little pumpkin. This will be on a D20. I do need to do a dot of brown right at the base. Right there. I should have actually sculpted that properly, but I did not. There we go. Alright. Let's look for some metallic paint. Actually, I want to do a little bit of yellow in the Loch Ness Monster's belly. Just very, very lightly. Let's darken the eyes a bit. Alright, now we're gonna do a slightly lighter green maybe for the ridge that we did down the spine. And then we're gonna grab our metallic paints. There you go, some slight color variation. Alright, where's our, these are our metallic paints. Alright. And now, we're just gonna lightly coat this in some metallic coloring. Make it a little bit shiny. I don't know if the camera will pick up the shininess at all. It may not. Oh, it does a little bit. And then I think I'm gonna like blue tip the fins a bit just to give it some interest. So it's not all the same color. Not drastically, but just enough so that it's a little bit different. There we go. It's our little miniature Loch Ness monster. All right. Now that our jackalope has had ample time to dry, we're going to go ahead and try to paint the antlers. Alright. Got his antlers painted. Let's go ahead and color the eyes. Alright. You can see where we're going with that. I take another little one here, and I need to get some white. Okay. You can see we got a little white on his face now. Yeah, it looks so much brighter on the camera. It's so much more subtle and subdued in person. I don't know why the camera makes it look so much brighter than it is. That's okay. We'll paint over these a little bit because I made that a little too much. Okay, then we gotta do the white tail. And then, let me see here, what if... Oh, I forgot, we gotta do the white dots on the eyes to make them look alive. Fix that one because I did a little too much. There we go. Yeah, the white dots on the eyes make a huge difference. Alright, so then we're going to do some speckled whites. Like a little fawn. There we go. I speckled his back like a fawn. And then I need a very faint pinkish color. We're going to do... It's too much. Okay. For the ears. And then we'll do a little dot, 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 dot. We'll do little hollow dots. Not perfect, but